So this little tool is really simple and incredibly potent, and it can be used for all kinds of things, all kinds of inner or outer situations. Anything that disturbs your peace, this is good for. And you can do it with eyes open or closed. You can do it in public, just, I don't know, 15 or 20 seconds, and nobody needs to know. Or you can also use it as part of a more traditional meditation. I've done that many times myself. But I suppose I should say here, don't do it while driving. It's not really an altered state, but to be completely safe, only use it when you're not juggling knives while walking on a tightrope. Use common sense. Anyway, here I'll take you through it with my eyes open so that you can see what that's like. And, but by all means, you can keep yours closed if you want to. So to start, you just become aware of your breath, just your natural, regular breathing, the inhales and the exhales. And then just purely with your intention, you're going to invite love to come forward now and be in charge of your breathing. And everybody can do this. Actually, more than inviting, it's more of an allowing. You're allowing love to come forward. Because, love is here all the time in you, as you. It's your real identity. So it's not having to come in from someplace else. You don't have to persuade it to come in. You just have to allow it to come forward. Because love would never trespass where it isn't really wanted. It wouldn't show up where it isn't fully invited. So all we're doing is we're putting out the invitation mentally. Please, love, be in charge of my breath right now. And at the same time, and this is very important, we're physically softening our breath, kind of opening up the breath, which has the effect of softening that wall of energetic resistance that we all have that usually is holding love back. Just letting it be soft and available. So what's happening here is that we're being willing to let love in on a mental and a physical and an energetic level. And it works every time. You're just breathing and relaxing and allowing. And love will always show up to accept that invitation. So when we ask love to be in charge of the breath, we're inviting love to infuse our breath with its perfect essence, its perfect compassion, and with its divine wisdom. And we're asking it to light the way with its perfect illumination. And your personal self is still definitely along for the ride, but it's just not in the driver's seat. It's not deciding what anything is. We're letting love do that. And love is able to move freely everywhere. So no matter how big or solid or daunting or impossible your issue might seem, for love, there's no barrier at all. It will travel effortlessly on your breath and move through all parts of your issue. And it will decide what's true about everything that it sees. So that took me a while to explain, but in practice, really it can take just a second or two to soften the breath and invite love to take it over and guide it for you. So next, let's go to your issue. Just pick something. I'm sure you have one or two. And we're going to let love witness that issue for us. And to do that, our role is just to breathe. And we let love totally be in charge of everything else. And this is how we do that. Because I know it doesn't necessarily come naturally to us to let love be in charge of everything. So this is how love is allowed to witness your issue. Because it isn't enough to just ask, hey, love, see my issue for me. It's not enough. We have to make room for love to come in and witness this thing. Because again, love can't or won't go where it isn't wanted, where it isn't really wanted. So it won't enter any place where the opposite of love is already crammed full into that space and being held on to, our own opinions about something. That's not love. And if we're hanging on, there's no room for love to enter. So whatever ideas we're already holding about that thing or that person or whatever the issue is, we're just going to set all of them to the side temporarily. And by the way, it doesn't matter if you're right about how bad that person is or that thing is. Everything that you know or believe or feel about the issue gets sidelined just for now to create that empty space for love to enter. And here's a handy way, I think it's a handy way, for doing that. So imagine your issue as a big tapestry. Imagine it is in front of you, and everything that you know or feel or remember or believe about it is part of the picture. It's part of the elaborate scene that's woven into the tapestry cloth. So while you're imagining this tapestry, you're just breathing. And love is leading the way. It's shining its beautiful light onto the whole image that is there in front of you in your imagination. And then imagine that love flips the tapestry over for you. So now you only see the backside. And at least for this moment, that whole elaborate scene isn't there anymore. It's just 1,000 tangled up, multicolored strings all over the place. And you just breathe. And here is where the miracles of healing, the miracles that heal your mind and your world, here's where they can start to flow. You just breathe. That's all you do. And you let love simply move through all those squiggly, multicolored strands. Love rides on the vehicle of your breath to move through all parts of that tapestry without deciding what any of them are. Love touches every part of every string and every inch of that tapestry as you breathe. And you are not injecting any of your own opinions or ideas here. It's really important. You're not assigning meanings to any of it. You're just letting the strings be strings. And you know what? Part of your mind is going to want to. It's really going to want to keep the guilty things guilty. But right now, you are letting love decide what's really true and what really isn't. Love is simply, powerfully recognizing that all of those threads are made out of love. Nothing is being changed or fixed or removed here. It's all just being recognized by love, as love.